Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 529. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today, this weekend in Durham, and then invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side, and then join me on camera to shoot the breeze, share information, etc. So let's get started with the word page. I'm just going to mention very casually that the city and county both have really, really helpful programs, including like a rental assistance program, help with your water bill if you've fallen behind, that sort of thing. But it's a holiday weekend, so I won't really go on and on about it, but just check it out. If you do need help, check it out on the word page. All righty. I will also mention that I'm so happy that the Durham County libraries are reopened, except for the main library. They're not open just yet, except for pickup. But for the most part, you can visit your favorite library here in Durham for 1 hour. I know it sounds crazy, but they're playing it safe for now. So wear your mask, and then you can visit the library, walk along the stacks, check things out. You can still go online and put books, CDs, and DVDs on hold for later pickup. You can still do that, and also at the main branch as well. All righty, so that's the library. Oh, let me tell you the hours. So with today being Saturday, from 10 until 2. All right. Let's see. Let us now go to the health page. This is going to be kind of a quick show. It's a holiday weekend after all. I will mention that I do have COVID-19 test and vaccine updates right there on the health page. All righty. And I think there's a blood drive today. Let's see. Blood Connection is having a blood drive. Let's see, today is what, the 29th? Okay, so there's 2 blood drives. One that will end at 1 o'clock. It just started an hour ago. This is going to be at the Eno River Unitarian Universalist Fellowship on Garrett Road. Also, there's going to be a blood drive, Blood Connection blood drive at Michael Jordan Nissan from 3 until 5:30, and that's on Highway 15501, also known as Durham Chapel Hill Boulevard. All right. Okay, is that it for the health page? Yes, it is. Let's go to the gardening page, Garden Shed. It's UCAN Market Day today, and that is the Urban Community Agronomics Market Day. That's at Catawba Trail Farm, 2080 Sawmill Creek Parkway. Love that address. It's off of Old Oxford Highway, by the way. It's only until 11. It started at 8 o'clock this morning. But here's the thing. If you can't rush out there, let me just tell you what they're selling. They're selling produce, garlic, onions, sage, oregano, and mint. Plant starts, cucumbers, tomatoes, garlic, squash, pollinator plants, and succulents. Also seeds, loofah, okra, mustard, and garlic. And of course, UCAN products, which include self-care kits and t-shirts. So if you can't rush out there, because after all, it's only until 11, you might be able to give them a call. The phone number is right there on the Garden Shed page. And then you can make an order, and then you can set up later pickup or delivery. So if that works out for you, definitely go at it. Okay, let's go to the sports page. There it is. And I shouldn't make fun. This is kind of like in Chicago back home. They have the Hyde Park Art Fair. Every year it's the first Sunday in June, and every year there's a horrendous thunderstorm. It's just sad. So Durham Parks and Recreation, they're going to try again with the Full Moon Fever bike ride, knowing full well they didn't know when they set up the date. Yes, supposed to rain tonight again. But anyway, I'll just announce that the Full Moon Fever bike ride is supposed to start at 7:30. So there's 2 starting points. And it all depends on if you want to ride for 16 miles or 32 miles along the American Tobacco Trail. So one group will start at the Mellow Mushroom downtown, right by the ballpark. Then the second group, the shorter, the 16-mile group, will meet at Bean Traders on Highway 54. So again, I hope I didn't get that backward. But anyway, so check it out. The information's on Facebook, and I do have the link right there on the sports page. But again, Durham Parks and Recreation, bless their hearts. So this is a free event. You do have to have a helmet and lights on your bike, obviously, because it's a nighttime ride. So I hope it's not rained out. I do hope, but rain is in the forecast. Now, it is National Bike Month, and Bike Durham has a scavenger hunt. This is self-directed. You can do it now, whenever, and it ends on Monday, 8 p.m. Here's how it works. You go and you can choose a route, North Durham, South Durham, East Durham, or West Durham. Following the Ride with GPS navigation app, you take the tour. You stop, you stop along the way and answer questions. So if you are one of the winners, you can get prizes such as helmets, Bike Durham t-shirts, and also gift certificates to local bike shops. So again, this is going on right now. It's self-directed whenever you want. I know it's supposed to rain, so maybe now will be a good time before it rains. But it ends on Monday, Memorial Day, 8 p.m. And the weather is supposed to be perfect on Monday, by the way. All righty. What else is on the sports page? Okay, PAL baseball. PAL is Police Athletic League. Durham Police Department is the local sponsor. So they're going to have a PAL one-day baseball camp for boys and girls ages 11 to 14. They can develop their skills in baseball and softball at Hillside Park. That's on the other side of W.D. Hill on Roxborough Street. Again, this is going to be Wednesday, June 2nd, and that will be from 6 until 7:30. It's free. Each player must have their own glove. Everything else is provided. All right. And I think I have one more thing. And Guy, our cook, is waiting in the wings, and he'll be interested, even though he's in Washington State, still, he'll be interested to know that the lottery has been abolished for visiting Lake Mickey and Little River. Now it's, like usual, first come, first served. Durham Parks and Recreation has gotten rid of the lottery. They were keeping us safe by limiting the number of people who could go to Lake Mickey and Little River. So now you can get those permits, motorized boat launches at Lake Mickey, bank fishing at Little River, et cetera, et cetera. The hours, Fridays through Mondays, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So go enjoy yourself. And as you know, Monday, I'm assuming they're going to be open on Memorial Day. In any case, go ahead and enjoy Lake Mickey and Little River to your heart's content. All right. I've been to both, and I love them both. Great places to hang out. All righty. Let's see. Let us go to the Let's Go calendar of events page, the last page we will be visiting. I did mention Market Day at UCAN. That ends at 11, and I explained that earlier in the show. Durham Farmers Market, that's until noon in Durham Central Park. Durham Craft Market, also until noon, also in Durham Central Park. South Durham Farmers Market until noon, south on Highway 55 in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center. Also, Durham Parks and Recreation, they're hosting K9 Field Day. It just started, and it ends at noon. So take your pooch, and you can enjoy, even if you can't take your dog, you can just run out there to Old Chapel Hill Road Park. And that's over there over by University Drive, if I'm not mistaken. But in any case, the address is right there on the Let's Go page. So you can see the Hyperflight Skyhounds Dog Disc State Championship Distance, Accuracy, and Freestyle competitions. Wow. So, and I saw that a few years ago. It's really amazing how these dogs are trained. So this is a free event. Your dog will have a fun time there. Okay. Did I mention the time? Yes, it just started and it ends at noon. Again, in Old Chapel Hill Road Park. All right. Now, if your kid likes to build things, Durham County Library has a wind-up car feature. It's part of their STEAM Make and Take program, where you can pick up 3D pieces and written instructions, and your kid can make his or her own wind-up car. You can pick up until 5:30. I don't see how that's possible when they said the library's only open until 2 today. You might want to make a phone call about that one. But it does say you can pick up until 5:30. But check it out before you head out there. There's also a video component, so you can also follow directions via video. All right. Durham County Library also has a class from 4 until 5:30. That's interesting. This is going to be online, though. It's the Bilingual Beginner Sign Language class. How about that? So Miss Devlin from Hope Valley Elementary School, she's going to lead the class with Spanish translation help with Monica. She's the Durham County Library's Hispanic Services Coordinator. It's going to be on Zoom, so sign up or send a text to the number that's listed on the Let's Go page to get access to that Zoom event. All righty. Studio Motif Durham and 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 𝗖𝗜𝗧𝗬, they're co-hosting a Memorial Weekend networking cookout that's going to be tonight or this evening from 4 until 7. Studio Motif is apparently something I'm unfamiliar with. It's on Guest Road. They're going to have music, games, networking. You can buy food from the Taste of Soul Catering and shop with the vendors at this free family event. Apparently, Studio Motif is a new spot, so I'll have to check that out. So it's free. Of course, you need money if you want to buy food, but free to attend and enjoy the music and games and networking. I might want to network there. I'll check that out. Now, tomorrow, the Roundhouse Music Collective, they're having their Roundhouse Reunion 2021. This is going to be tomorrow from 4 until 7 on the 9th Street Bakery patio. Of course, 9th Street Bakery, not on 9th Street, is downtown now, 136 East Chapel Hill Street. Enjoy music, live performances at this free family event. Just follow the information on the Facebook event page, listed right there on the Let's Go page. All right. Let's see. It's 73 and cloudy right now. It is going up to 75 with rain starting in mid-afternoon, 2-ish or 3-ish. We'll see. And then tomorrow is Sunday, so it's going to be 61, 40% chance of rain. And then Memorial Day, Monday, back to perfection. 75, partly sunny. That's more like it. And the timing is perfect. Well, let's see what's going on with Guy R. Cook out in Washington State. Oh, wait, there's a message from him. Let me click on it. Okay, let me see if I can copy this link that he gave me, sent me. And now let's bring him on to see what the link is all about. Guy R. Cook, what's new?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at the camera. There. The link I sent you is about a convention. They have this 3 times a year. Once in North America, once in Asia, once in Europe. The one in North America is right here in the neighborhood in Kennewick, the city where I live. And it's going to be all the people that create content for travel. Like, come see our event, come see our landmark, those kind of people. They'll be they're estimating between 500 and 600 attendees. Be a big thing. So the people that are travel content creators in your neck of the woods, in good old Durham, which I'm sure has travel content galore, not to mention Lake Mickey and Twin Rivers, there's plenty of other places. So they could possibly, be a venue that the people in Durham would participate in if they're travel content creators. So I thought I'd just mention that.
And thank you. I will definitely check that out for sure. Absolutely. Now, with your being in Washington State,
yes,
and did you actually grow up? Wait, you said you didn't grow up there, right?
I was a military dependent, and what that means, for short, we call them Air Force brats.
Okay.
My dad was in the Air Force, career officer, or not? He wasn't an officer; he was a sergeant. In fact, I remember one time he was up hunting, And the base commander called up and said, "Tell your dad he got promoted." And so Dad would always call in and check every night so we'd know he's safe up in the mountains, you know, he'd come to town. And he called in and I told him, I said, "Dad, the base commander said you got promoted." He said, "Don't joke around about that. That's not funny." "No, really, he did." I guess
that's how they announced it through the kid.
They just call the house and say, "Yeah, let him know." You know, I thought they'd send a letter, you know, a formal
Or
certificate
something.
or something. Not in those days.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well,
But anyway.
Okay. So you moved around, but I watched a video last night.
Yes.
This happened in 1999 in Washington State, a place called Bellingham.
Yeah.
This amazing explosion.
Oh, the gas line blew up.
Yeah. Here, a gas pipe leak.
We lived on the coast then. That made the papers. Papers nationwide.
That was amazing.
I don't know. Remember, I think it's like a 10-inch or 12-inch pipe full of gasoline, and somehow it got ignited and blew up. Oh man!
Yeah, people were smelling gas, and they were trying to trace the gas. It was following this river, and so when it leaked,
and it wasn't gas like you get propane gas like for your stove. This was gas like you go to the gas pump with your car and pump it into your.
Man, that was amazing because when it exploded, it followed the river, you know, and the cloud was just so black and
a 23 joule stimulator of an explosion. Yeah, for sure.
And some kids died. It was really sad. A lot of animals and things died. So yeah, really sad. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know because it was in Washington State, so I figured you knew about it.
Right. Bellingham is north of Seattle, about probably an hour south of the Canadian border. When the Canadians go to shop, they probably go to Bellingham. It's the first big community that they can shop in. I've never participated in it, so I don't know for sure. They could have a big lineup of stores right at the border. I don't know.
I'd like to see a follow-up. I'm going to look for a follow-up because even though, that was a while back. So it's more than 20 years ago. So I suppose the cleanup was successful, I assume.
I've never heard it wasn't.
Yeah, because that was a lot of stuff to clean up. You can imagine all the fish and bugs died, and So anyway,
as your dad would say, it was a doozy.
For real.
Yeah, it was a big one. So anyway,
So what's going on out your way for Memorial Day?
We're gonna stay home. Let me give you perspective. My daughter-in-law Jessie is expecting, and she's so expecting. She posted a link last night, a picture on Facebook of tarot cards that said your baby could be on the 1st. Okay. So in fulfilling my role, I just ordered a t-shirt from JCPenney. It says, "I'm not retired. I'm a full-time grandfather." And hopefully the shirt will beat Maisie, who they've already given her a name, from arriving. So any day now, like today we were going to get up early and go to Sumter, which is a place down in Oregon, a little tiny town, but they have a big community, like a big, huge yard sale. Everybody's there. And there's tons of treasures. And I said to Darlene, I said, maybe we better not go to Sumter this year because we're going to be halfway there. And Steven's going to call and say, "The babies came." Yeah. So Maisie's probably not as yard sale oriented as we'd like her to be, and will pop up. So
it's good to wait because you would be mad at yourself if you got several hours away and
we're the backup. We're going to babysit the dogs, or there's going to be any number of rungs on that ladder of things to see and do. Haven't had a baby. There's a big list. So we're going to get one of those jobs because we're wonderful. we live about 1.3 miles away. I measured it because I walked it one day.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, so we're right in the neighborhood.
That's very convenient.
Yeah, well, if we babysit 2 dogs and we already have 3, there's gonna be some stories to tell.
A lively household. I liked the fact that well, my grandmother didn't always live within walking distance, but I did like it when she was within walking distance. That was nice. That was very nice having a grandparent right there.
And those pearls of wisdom that they give you, they still come back to you. Like one that Dad always said was, if you're going to do something, do it right or don't do it at all. And so every once in a while, I'll be starting to do something and I will say, no, I can finish that tomorrow. And then in the back of my mind, it'll say, remember those words? If you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. I say, okay. So
well, my grandmother, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yesterday's adventure was planting green beans, and I finished it in total instead of halfway in it. And we're going to have a mess, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Everything in the garden is iffy because I've never used the technology I'm using now, these grow boxes. We talked about those before. So this is the first time ever. The tomatoes are doing awesome. They're growing up gangbusters. I think I've already got blooms on the purple Cherokee. Yeah, they've already bloomed out. So looking forward to it. 60 days. So if I have red on my face in a couple of months, you'll know where I've been.
Eating tomatoes again.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody put a picture on Facebook. They made a tomato sandwich. You know, where you just put like butter and then a big slice of tomatoes.
Butter, not mayonnaise?
Well, you could use mayonnaise. I would use Miracle Whip, I think, instead of mayonnaise.
Oh yeah, grandmother liked Miracle Whip.
You know what? You know what Miracle Whip is good on? Try this.
Everything.
Next time you cook up asparagus, put a dollop on top of it. You know, just like a lump of butter would melt. Put a dollop of Miracle Whip on your asparagus that you've cooked. Now, there's 2 ways to cook. You can boil it, or you can roast it. Roasted asparagus. Sounds pretty good with a little sea salt, and then put it in the frying pan. Oh man, that's
good eating.
Really good.
And my dad used to make poor man hors d'oeuvres with a cracker. You take a cracker, a dollop of Miracle Whip or mayonnaise, whichever we would happen to have, little dab of hot sauce, a sardine.
Oh yeah, that's something. My dad introduced me to eating sardines when I was a kid. He would open the can of sardines, you know, those little flat cans that came in and they had the key, you had to wind them open. And
well, BJ is taking you to task a little bit.
Oh, well, it could have been, you know, it's hard to tell in the picture. It could have been.
BJ, you can join us because with StreamYard, we can have 10 people on camera at the same time. So don't be shy.
That's right.
Absolutely. Now, talking about grandparents, my grandmother taught us to buy things only once. So that means
because of my wife.
Don't buy the cheap version trying to save money. Go ahead and buy the good version or the good one.
Right.
You know, because
you don't want to take care of it.
Because so many people, they'll buy something cheap, then it'll break, and then they'll have to go out and buy the one that they wanted already.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, come on.
Absolutely.
I think BJ has something coming up on June 5th. I don't know if you're ready to hop on it all, but I do hope maybe next week, BJ, that you can jump on Bull City Hangout, because I know your event, if I'm not mistaken, is June 5th. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But yeah, let us know. You can put it in the comments below or just hop on if you like. And anybody can hop on. Like I said, it's like a party with StreamYard. We can accommodate 10 people on camera at the same time. It's a good way to practice being on camera in front of people.
And you notice our shirts don't have colors. This is totally casual, okay? It's come as you are or stay in the car. It's just that.
Oh, cool. Come as you are or stay. My grandmother did not allow come as you are. She would be dressed up and we'd run up to her.
Like going to Walmart. Yeah.
Because we would I would be playing under the house and covered with dirt from head to toe. And I'd run up to grandmother. She was one of those old-fashioned church ladies, the matching belt and purse, usually white. And I'd run up to her and
covered in dirt.
With me, she said, "Oh, where are you going?" She said, "I'm going downtown." Oh, can I go? And she'd look us up and down like, not looking like that.
Yeah. There's some measured.
So BJ's going to join us. See, June 2nd and June 5th. Awesome. Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be doing anything particularly special on Memorial Day, but what I will be doing is going to a couple of events. I hope if they don't get rained out, because I want to get some footage for my show. I don't know if you've seen any of my shows, Guy, where I showed footage, like short clips that I made at events that I had attended. That's a new feature of the show.
No, I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that when you've been remote. Anything I've seen, like I've seen the TV show where you're more formal, have a black background and everything, but I haven't seen like out on the streets of Durham covering an event.
Well, and here's how it works. I'll take my iPhone and I will, like if there's, hopefully I'll go to the, what I didn't mention? Durham softball is tomorrow and it's the last day. Why did I didn't mention that. Let me go back to the sports page real quick. How did I miss that? It's the last day of the season. Durham softball is tomorrow, starting at noon in Pineywood Park. And I hope it's not going to be rained out. I really hope it's not. But it's the last day of the season. South Durham Little League versus Trees Durham, North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence versus Porch Durham, Meals on Wheels versus Don't Waste Durham, Miracle League of the Triangle versus Housing for New Hope, Animal Protection Society versus Vets to Vets United. Yes.
Do they play full games? Do they have that many fields, or does team A and team B play?
One field.
Okay. So
and it's not like professional players.
It's an afternoon. You don't just watch one game and leave. And if it's the final, this is going to determine who's the boss and who's not the boss.
Well,
right? From the win-loss
it's not really that serious. It's really a great way to raise funds for these local nonprofits. So so each game is an hour. So BJ's here. Yay. Okay. BJ, what's new?
Saturday morning.
It is.
Yeah. Are we getting BJ up early? Is that it?
No, I've been up, man. I actually went out and seeded some grass this morning while it was raining.
Ooh. Was it raining near?
Well, it was just drizzling. Yeah. So just that old farmer kind of. My dad's a farmer. He's like, seed grass, man. It's gonna grow no matter what. So I did.
Do you got a broadcaster that you just turn the crank and it spreads the seeds out?
Yeah, just a handheld one because I have a small front yard. Yeah. But I mainly stopped on because I was like, butter on a tomato sandwich. I'm sorry, I got to go back to that because that was just like, what?
That was probably an editorial mistake. A visual occlusion.
Oh, okay.
With pepper and a little salt.
Now you're talking mayo.
Yeah.
With pepper. So see now you're singing my song.
Keep it real. Keep it simple.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said they had this tomatoes laid out on the piece of bread and you couldn't see it real good what was underneath. They said, now what are you going to add to this sandwich? I said, the other piece of bread. You don't have to put anything else in there.
Wow.
You really love your tomatoes, for real.
Oh yeah. I did some giants. I got one variety planted that's the variety name is Whopper. And I hope it stays true to the measure of the word.
I hope to see that on Facebook, for real.
Yeah, last year I had a picture of one. I found out how long a dollar bill was because I could lay the tomato on top of a dollar bill and completely cover. Wow. You couldn't see any. A dollar bill is 6.19 inches or something like that.
Okay.
And
that's a big tomato.
Yeah. Those are big ones. And they're tasty. That's what I like. I go to the store now and get store-bought tomatoes, and I just go, ugh, ick. I mean, this is what you feed people if they're, if they're people that you don't want to come around anymore. You give them that kind of tomato. And
the worst are the greenhouse tomatoes that I grew up with, 3 in a packet. Those are sad tomatoes. Now, BJ, I have a question for your June 5th event, which is, well, tell us what it is, because I'm going to get it wrong.
It's being sponsored by the New Home Durham Association Missionary, and it's a Q&A on Saturday at 10 o'clock. It's out at 6600 block of Guest Road. But I have a virtual full-blown presentation coming up June 2nd at 6 o'clock. That's being hosted by the Neighborhood Improvement Services, the Community Engagement section.
I better write that down. I don't have that one. Okay.
Yeah. So June 2nd, 6 o'clock, virtual UN50 presentation sponsored by the Durham Engagement, which is part of.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And then the one on Saturday is not a presentation really. It's just people coming down and asking questions for about, asking me questions for about an hour just to put it out there.
What I understand is it's going to be an outdoors event.
Yeah, right now it's going to be outdoor. I just checked the weather too, and
I hope it's going to be good.
I don't know, man. They're calling for rain, so I've got to check with the host to see it. But we'll see.
That's when you start shopping for one of those pop-up tents, for just have it in the trunk of the car just in case.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So we'll see. But yeah.
Okay, I will definitely be there if I can, and
that'll be cool.
Definitely promote it. Looking forward to have you drop in.
Cool. Yeah.
So what's going on for the holiday weekend, BJ?
Just chilling, man. Just kind of chilling out and we're doing a little reading, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying the weather. And like I said, that's why when he said that about the tomatoes, it's just, and I was out today with doing my grass. I was thinking about my dad, just sitting out, chilling out, enjoying the warm weather. I like the warm weather. A lot of people don't like warm weather, but I love it.
Do you have a garden?
I do. There you go. I like hot weather. Yes, hot weather.
Yes. But BJ, do you have a garden too, or just lawn?
I don't have a garden. I tried tomatoes a couple of years ago. It was okay. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I was raised on a farm, so I could do it, but that's a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, I picked beans and grapes and strawberries and butter beans. Yeah, we had grapes on our farm. Yeah, I had
wow.
Yeah, made our own wine, muscadine, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
I never heard of that until I moved down here.
Muscadine.
Yeah. Wow. No. Scuppernong.
Scuppernong. Yes.
Scuppernong. Have you heard of that guy? Scuppernong grapes. They're big.
No, in Walla Walla, where I used to live, they have got. I'm not kidding. 200 wineries.
Wow.
Somebody years ago figured out that the big wine producers in France that make all the fabulous wines and so forth. Okay. Well, the latitude of the distance from the equator, that Walla Walla was on the same latitude as that area of France.
Oh.
And so somebody, I worked for a wheat farmer, and we were going out to do farm stuff, and he pointed off in the distance and says, "See those 2 rows of grapes?" It was over on Small's place the farm next door to him. He said, "We can't spray because of those 2 rows of grapes because it will kill the grapes. That's going to end wheat production. Everybody's going to go to grapes." And I'm thinking, way back then, that was just like when everybody was telling me, "Oh, you won't have a job as pumping gas at a gas station. That job will be eliminated in the future." And in the 60s, I said, "Oh, no way. How are you going to pay for it?" Because we didn't have credit cards and all that stuff back then. Well, time marched on, and
it sure did.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of grapes, and there's a lot of people pumping their own gas. Now in Oregon, they pump the gas for you. You can't pump your own gas. If you pump your own gas,
some states. Yeah.
In Oregon, it's $1,500 fine if they turn you in. Like if you're, I guess you'd have to be in front of the chief of police or something to get caught, because nobody's going to turn you in for that kind of stuff. But
I think New Jersey, one of those other states, is like that, where you can't pump your
Yeah,
own gas.
yeah. You have to have the attendant do it. And I'm thinking, it's the same nozzle, same gas tank. What's the big deal?
But I remember when they started, the culture switch over to people pumping their own gas. I remember at first people lining up for the attendant gas because they were afraid to pump their own because they didn't know how.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the pumps would be sitting there vacant while everybody would be in the attendant row. And then eventually, I guess people just caught on. And now people can't imagine someone. And I do remember vaguely, like we would be with my grandmother. And I think if you put it on the tab or credit card or something, they have a clipboard and you'd sign it while sitting at, in the driver's seat as they pump your gas. They had to sign something.
Yeah, you have to sign the credit card slip. Yeah. They have a little machine and you swipe it by hand to
Boy, that sounds antiquated, doesn't it? It's like
that's why credit cards have those raised up numbers on them, because back in the day you'd have to swipe the card through the machine and
have the raised letters and all that.
Raised letters would imprint onto the receipt.
Oh my
then
God,
you could send it into somebody and get paid.
Oh, that is so crazy. Speaking of primitive, I went to a talk once where now BJ, where of course where W.D. Hill is, and then next to that is Kasib's New Visions of Africa. The next to that is the old Page grocery store, which I've never seen it open. Oh yeah. But the people from the Page family, they gave a talk, I remember, and they talked about the old days and growing up in Durham. And then they had a display of old items. And one of them was a telephone. And after, they allowed the audience to come up and touch and look at the items. And there were these two little boys, and they were like, "What's that?"
Oh, man.
They looked at the telephone, and I said, "You got one of these? You know what this is, right?" They said, "Yeah, it's a phone." I said, "Well, this is that from the olden days." They're like, how do you use? So I showed them. I said, hold the receiver to your face. I said, now you know the numbers, how you punch the numbers. I said, well, you dial, and they could not figure out how to dial. I said, put your finger.
Yeah, you put your finger in the hole and it wouldn't push and it wouldn't click.
Wow. Yeah.
It was the cutest thing.
Oh,
it was the cutest thing. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that something amazing how that is?
It was so
I've seen that on Facebook every once in a while. Somebody will post in there. Name something that the kids today won't know what you're talking about. And I always say something like 8-track tape deck.
I think I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too, guys. Said nobody knows what a party line is. You pick up your own telephone, you hear other people talking on it.
Well, actually,
the other way. We had that.
I didn't know what that was.
Oh, really? You didn't know what a party line was?
Not being from Chicago. No.
Yeah, I heard about it when I moved down here.
Yeah.
That you would pick up the phone and somebody would already be on the phone.
Yep.
Yep. Party line.
Yep. My uncle had that when they lived out, because they were rural farmers.
Yep.
And they would, I forget, it was like if the phone rang 3 times or there was some code, you'd know if it was for you by the number of rings.
Oh, that's funny.
And if it was not your number, then don't pick it up because it's going to be for Bob or somebody else that was on the same line.
That's interesting.
Yeah. See, I don't remember that part. I just know, I don't know about the ring. When it rang, it was for us. Order to call out sometimes if you have to lift the phone up easy just to make sure, because you don't want to be listening to your neighbor's conversation. So as soon as you can hear voices, you put the phone back down. But
oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, which I never did hear whether or not, I don't remember. I have to ask my parents whether or not there was a telephone ring for us. I just know that we make sure you listen and then put it down and hear voices.
No, they had a unique ring for incoming calls.
So you couldn't be
I don't remember that one.
Admitting to any crimes, I guess, while on the phone, I guess.
Oh, I know. I know something else I was going to tell you.
Or gossiping about your next door neighbor for sure, because she could be on your party line. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
The Facebook group, one of the Facebook groups I'm in, and what's happening in Tri-Cities today, she put out a list of all of the different Facebook groups. I mean, there's fishing, there's outdoor adventures, there's cooperative gardening, etc., all related to this community. I'm thinking Durham's got to have that. And if they don't, they should. Right. Yeah. So you should just put up a Facebook group post like these are all the things that are available. Like there's a group for.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of those. Yeah. And also on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page, and everything is happening in Durham. I put it on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page as well. And of course, that's what the Durham Skywriter is all about.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And getting back to the phones, I remember growing up on the Hispanic stations, the Spanish-speaking stations. I remember the Illinois Bell commercials were very different from the commercials on the English-speaking channels. And that's because for a lot of our new Hispanic neighbors or / Latino neighbors, a lot of them didn't have phones. And so the Illinois Bell commercials were instructionals, teaching them how to use the phone so that they would want to get one. So that was really interesting. And now, I mean, everybody's, I guess, pretty much all caught up now. And I haven't seen any commercials. I mean, they treat most of the populations pretty much the same.
Yeah, now it's you need to have 5G on your phone and all the Batman things you're supposed to get.
Batman.
Yeah, that's what I call them. Too fancy. I think
so,
my brother-in-law Frank says if you can just dial and call somebody, that's all he needs. He doesn't need email and weather and all like other extra apps that they have on the phone.
Yeah, some people keep it simple. Some people keep it simple. Now, BJ, I don't know if you're aware, there's a couple of family events happening this weekend, one today and one tomorrow, both curiously set for 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., where maybe I know I plan to drop in, and one's for networking, and one, I mean, that might be a good, good way to let people know about 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗬. So today, let's see, I already mentioned it. Let's see, today, Studio Motif is having one, and then tomorrow, Roundhouse is having one. That one's going to be downtown. So they're both listed earlier during the show and also in the Skywriter on the Let's Go page. So you might maybe want to drop by and let people know about 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗬 since they're both family events.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll check your website out and take a look.
All righty. So I think I'm going to go to Lowe's and catch that paint sale. I don't know if either of you know that I just got a pressure washer.
Wow.
Oh, I know. You told me.
Fun.
So how much have you washed so far? How much?
Everything is not nailed down. I have cleaned. So I hope to clean
when's
my
the
car
wash
with
going to happen?
Soon.
Because BJ could just pull up in your driveway and you could power wash your car.
I do detailing. But you know what? My deck has not looked this good since it was built. So I'm going to paint it. I know it's supposed to rain, this weekend and next week too. But when the sun comes back out, I'm going to paint this rascal.
Oh, you're going to paint it? You mean the flat deck where you walk? We always put Thompson water seal on ours. That keeps
you don't
the water
realize how bad my deck looks. It's been neglected. And there's actually a couple of boards that I have to replace. And there's also a couple of soft spots that I have to be careful of. I actually fell through one spot. I'm glad I didn't die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the deck actually, it looks great, sort of, but it
depends where you look, huh?
Yeah, it's so I have to actually cover up the bad spots with paint as opposed to, you use the Thompson water seal when the deck is beautiful and gorgeous and new. And then you resort to paint after a couple of decades of neglect.
I see.
My first job was caring for my aunt, and I let a lot of things go, including my yard and my deck. And I'm just now getting to the point where I'm trying to get things back under control.
Yeah. Well, have fun at Lowe's.
Yeah, I hope I can catch that sale.
Too close to the Home Depot. I'm there all the time. I'm going to start. They're going to paint my name on a parking spot pretty soon.
I have a neighbor who is so well known at Lowe's that when he walks in, they greet him by name.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's a good customer there.
That is. Yeah.
So,
all right.
So anyway, I hope both of you have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. You take it easy.
Okay,
Adios.
you take care, BJ and Guy. I see
I'll
you
make
both.
sure to put the right stuff on my tomato sandwiches too, BJ. I don't want you having any, trepidations or bad thoughts.
Okay.
It ruins the nap time.
Take it easy, Guy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, see you later. That was fun. It's always great to hang out with friends, and you can hang out as well. Bull City Hangout is all about connecting with the community, and obviously with Guy being out in Washington State, the community can be a lot larger than just Durham. With that, have a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. Let's see, like I said, tomorrow, let's see. So you know the events for today. Tomorrow there's going to be Roundhouse and also Durham softball, last day of the season. Then, of course, Memorial Day is all about cookouts, connecting, and relaxing with the family, friends, or even online. So with that, have a beautiful day and weekend. I will see you. I don't know if I'm doing Bull City Hangout on Monday. Probably not. So let's say that I will see you. Oh, if I do TV Skywriter, it will be tomorrow at 7. I haven't connected with my guest yet. I do have a guest lined up. You'll hear about it on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube if I do the show tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you'd like to be a guest, let me know. You don't have to be in or from Durham to be on TV Skywriter. So just let me know about that. In any case, I know for sure I'll see you tomorrow. Tuesday at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.